If anybody comes back, fuck that right up. Is there anybody there? Hello, I'm back. Fucking phone. Hang on. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Phone just died. Just went, yeah. I reckon it was Wanda. Wanda was watching and killed the stream. Blame Wanda. Blame her. Hang on. I'm back. Right, stay there. I think because the phone was set in the windscreen, I think the phone overheated. And then it said, then I had no signal at all, ever. It was like I could be dead. We're dead here and no one knew. So, yeah, I've moved it out of the windscreen. Apologise. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. It was probably rubbish. But, yeah, don't know what happened there. I had to reset my whole phone. So, I think I was talking about... thought Enterprise had beamed you up. It just all went, and that was the end of that. I thought, okay, well, and then thought Wanda had beaten you to death with a bag of what's-its. It's a grab bag. You've got two bags of what's-its, so might well have done. Who knows? Yeah, so I don't know what the hell happened there. Just mental. But yeah, so Leah's looking for a heart transplant this year. So yeah, don't know. I don't know, I've lost my train of thought now. It's all going quite well, to be fair. And then I still reckon it was her, or I reckon she's got a thing that ended the stream that went poof, and that was the end of it. Game over. Absolutely game over. What's the time? Can I have my sandwiches now? 12 o'clock. I'm in. Going in. So, chicken club. Chicken club sandwich. What have we got? A tender chicken breast. I might start doing if Wanda's 7 AM in Ohio right now. Square Table Degenerates podcast. Hope you're doing alright, mate. I'm having lunch. How the fuck do you eat this? Oh. So on brown bread. Brown bread's nice. Oh, it's not white bread. Was it brown bread? No, it's brown bread. Look. That bacon. Have a look. That's worse than McDonald's bacon. Gone overboard with the tomato. That crappy bit there as well. Fuck's sake. Really? That? Look at that. How much is it? £2.75. That is £2.75 for nice looking bread. I'll be honest, it's a bit stale. I would take that rubbish sandwich back. No, I've got to pretend that Tesco's ain't there no more. Bit of cheese. Look, have a look. They've gone overboard. What did I drop? Probably a bit of tomato. With the mayonnaise. Fuck me, gentle. I'm going to read from the side of the bag, and it says here, and I quote, "Our chef's recipe layers chicken, smoked bacon, mature cheddar and tomato on oatmeal bread." Layers. Bacon. Fuck. Look. Have a look. How's that layering? They're taking the piss. The chicken is quite nice. Huh? Prince Philip has died. Is that right? Has that actually happened? Or is that taking a piss? Is that actually... I don't know, because I've not got anything come through. Is that true? Who was that, Phil? Mark. Mark, is that actually true? Oatmeal bread. The bread's quite nice. The chicken's alright. Well, the bacon might as well not fucking be there. Really? He was my favourite royal. I mean, the man's a complete lunatic, but absolutely hilarious. Some of the things he came out with is all things that we'd say, people are going now. But yeah, oh, that's pretty mad, isn't it? That is an appalling. Oh, it might be appalling, but I've dropped it all over the bloody floor. I'm hungry. Do you say what he died of? I can't believe that. He should be safe in the tunnel now. I don't think. Yeah, Philip. Beep, beep. Do you want one of these sandwiches? Beep. That's right. Let's go for the second one. See if the second one's any better. The answer's no. It's not. Fucking camera's the other side now. This bacon, look at it. As my friend Dave, the Bouvin man, would put it, limper than an old man's foreskin. Horrendous. I like the way they chucked that bit in. It's like it would matter if it had actually been missed. That's good of them. For them a £2, whatever it was. Oh, and that bit. Gone overboard with that bit. Look at that. Cracking bit of bacon. Cheers, mate. Thanks ever so much. Yeah. Yeah, so excuse me for licking my fingers. Ian Watson. Yeah, I've just been told, mate. That's incredible. Isn't it, really? It's I mean, the man was man was off his box, but some of the, I mean, I think I've got a book somewhere of all the funny things that Prince Philip said. I mean, some of my favourite one were the two of them. Man, now I have a chance to date the Queen. Finally, single. That bacon looks like old man's foreskin. It does. It was the one where he was. I think he was in Wales, and he's watching there was a marching band for the deaf, and he turned around to someone in the crowd and he said to them, "Complain to Tesco's about that sandwich. They're taking the piss." Wait, it's all on film. I'll send it to them. Fuck them. Yeah, he turned around to these people watching the deaf, and he said, "Tomato, tomato." He said, "No wonder you're all deaf with that racket going on." And it's like, it's just incredible. The man knew no bounds. I thought he was hilarious, and yeah, my favourite royal by far. The rest of them are. I won't get into that because that's political. Don't do politics. Now, the bread is very nice. Obviously, it's a bit soggy, where the sandwich has been in there. Used by the 10th. What's today? Monday, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So by tomorrow. The outer bread's quite nice. It's obviously nicely a bit toasted. The chicken's okay. The bacon is piss poor. You got that crappy little bit of cheese. Tomato, can't go wrong with tomato. The worst crappy little bit of lettuce you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. The other one, wish it was Prince Andrew. The other one was where he was up in Scotland talking to a Scottish driving instructor, and he asked the driving instructor how he kept the natives off the drink long enough to teach him to drive. I mean, incredible, absolutely. I mean, how the man got away with it for so many years. Oh, and the kid that wanted to be an astronaut, and he said to him, "Aren't you a bit fat to be an astronaut?" It's incredible. That's it's one of the worst sandwiches I think I've ever had. I might have to start reviewing the sandwiches from the supermarkets. I know a couple of people have done them over the years, but something I've been quite interested in doing. So imagine living to 99 years old. My nan was 105. She lived to 105. She died last year in March, I think, April, of the dreaded disease. All I can think of is if I live to 100, how fucking grumpy am I going to be? Because I'm grumpy now at 46. So twice that and add a bit. I wouldn't want to be any. Well, I wouldn't. I would have left to have gone deaf by then, because I'm like, she already calls me Victor Meldrew, so Christ knows I'll be like 100 years old. I think people buy supermarket. I'm as guilty as anyone. I buy a meal deal if I want something quick. It's cheap, so you get all that shit for about £3. And I think that's the reason they get away with the pretty. I mean, they probably are better than they used to be, but the shoddy quality of the sandwiches, they get away with it because people are just on the go. In normal times, people are just on the go all the time, and will just pick something up that's quick and easy to have. And I think that's probably and they're not going to complain about it. Why are you going to complain about something that's £3 when you get that a packet of crisps and a drink for £3? I think that's where the problem comes from. Pretty much convenient. Yeah, convenience, absolutely. I know I was watching I don't think I was watching. I think it might have been Dave. So he doesn't buy sandwich, crisps, drink. He'll go to, if he wants a meal deal, he'll go to Greggs, and I get that. I think because Tesco's, I mean, we got 24 people watching ridiculously. What if you're going to go for a supermarket meal deal? Where would you choose to go to? That was awful. Hello, Jack. Just outside Great Ormond Street, waiting for Wander and Leah. First live went tits up, so we started it up. Yeah, got a Tesco's meal deal. The lunch things, the little lunch videos are a complete accident, really. How they came about was Wanda makes me a lunch every day. I took my lunch to work a couple of weeks back, opened my van door, and my sandwiches fell out of the van onto the road. I managed to rescue 2. Prince Philip was in my death pool. I think you would have been on solid ground with that, to be fair. So I messaged Chris the Butcher and Blue Van Man Dave, and said, "Oh, sandwiches have fallen on the road." And Dave said, do you take a pack lunch or pack up with you every day? I'm like, yeah. He said, oh, he said, start doing videos of them. And I hadn't thought about it before. And then obviously the little novel thing that comes with it is the little note that I was going to get them out there because I used to be in the van, that Wanda does daily for me. And I've got loads of them. There's loads of them in the van. So started doing them, and they've become a little thing. I quite like doing the little the lunch videos. I don't know if you guys like them. If I drive to London, it costs me £17.50 a day congestion charge. I don't pay congestion charge because Leah's registered as hello Ryan, registered as disabled. I get I'm exempt. The car's exempt from the congestion charge. So, but then. As usual with me, it might be exempt for the congestion charge, but the last time I had to bring Wanda and Leah to Great Ormond Street, I was absolutely knackered. So I'd done a full day's work, brought them up here, and then had to take them back home, and wasn't paying attention. Went down a blue bus route and got fined 130 quid. So didn't save anything in the bloody long run. Right, let's do this so I can see you on that phone. Yeah, I mean the congestion charges are. I know Portsmouth's going to do one. They're calling it the. I can't remember what it's going to call it, but it's just another tax. That's what it is. It's nothing to do with fucking emissions or anything like that. It's just another tax on you. Prince Philip is in the Death Star. It's amazing comment. Don't you think we're getting really lazy? I absolutely love the idea that Wanda would take the trouble to buy Scott tiger bread and makes his favourite sandwiches. Plus, I love. Look, yeah, Akari, yeah. The reason that I've done today is obviously I'm not working today. Wanda and Leah are over in the hospital, so I thought I'd do something just a tiny bit different with today's video, yeah, so I bought myself a meal deal. I don't have many meal deals, I've got to be honest, because someone actually pulled me up, right? Someone pulled, I think it was a joke, but the trouble when people write comments as a text or anything like that is sometimes you read it completely different to how it was written and meant. So someone put on the one of the messages on the lunch thing saying it's not the 1950s, make your own sandwiches. And I'm like, I don't know who it was, and generally they're pretty good, so I had a bit of a laugh back with him, but I did think, oh, maybe I'm taking the piss. But Wanda genuinely, she gets up and she makes my sarnies for me. I've never asked her to do it, and I've told her to up her game a little bit though, because spicy cheese is getting a bit boring, if I'm honest. But yeah, and obviously she writes these little notes. So she's done it for probably 18 months, I reckon, something like that. I've got probably upwards of 50 sat in the van. I keep going the wrong way. The question is, what crisps did you have today? And hello, mate. Bradley, hope you're right. So I did a meal deal. I had this, the Tesco, the Chicken Club. Absolute shit. That was absolute shit. With, as my good friend Dave would say, bacon like a old man's foreskin on it, and just random bits of crap. It was not fantastic. I'll keep going the wrong fucking hand. Crisps, I've never had these. I've gone for not crisps, I've gone for the proper corn, sweet and salty popcorn. 135 calories. Really good. I think, I don't know. Update, Softail's critter to up her game. Sloth and critter. Hey Jack Howard, oi Brad. You can't be on top these days for equality. Sorry for Prince Philip, but all over TV now. Have to get out of this place, as the Rolling Stones once said. I don't buy the papers anymore. I used to buy you're all going to hate me. I used to buy The Sun most days just because it was it's just rancid crap. But whenever anybody died, you knew you get like 30 pages of the fucker. It's like, oh, brilliant. So, but I haven't bought a paper religiously in probably 3 years, I think now. I absolutely love your channel, mate. She's not my wife, she's just my girlfriend. Your wife loves you and does what normal good loving women do for men who work bloody hard, especially now, to put food on the table. Yeah, so me and Wanda were due to get married 2 weeks ago. Put it off because we could only have 6 people there. I think it's up to 15 from Monday, and then from June it's unlimited, but we put it off to next March, so hopefully that we can have the day that we can actually plan for, because we couldn't plan for anything. We planned about 8 different scenarios for the wedding. I know people got married during lockdown and the pandemic and all that, and do you know what, fair play. I know Paul from Paul's Beer Reviews and Abby, I know they got married, so I'm not saying, but for us, where we've got a guest list of 80, then it went down to 40, then it went down to 10, then it went down to 6, and then I think at one stage, and then you couldn't get married at all. I think Wanda was getting upset. I mean, we've both been married before, but she was getting upset that certain people couldn't be there. I wanted a certain people there as well, and I think we got to I think it was Christmas time, and we just both decided that it was time that we made a real decision about it. So we made the decision to postpone, and I think it was the right decision, because it just, I mean, we did the not wedding day, but Wanda's genuinely the nice, she can be a pain in the arse, but she's genuinely the nicest person you'll ever meet. She'll do anything for you, absolutely anything. Breaking news, please turn to Sky News for an important breaking story. Oh God. I reckon the Queen will step down and we'll be stuck with, I call him Biffo the Bear, Prince Charles. It looks like Biffo. If you remember Biffo the Bear, you'll understand what I mean. All good, mate. Nice one. Cheers. Hello, Brad. Hello, Jack. Me and Vicky have been together 26 years. It's only paperwork and expensive. Everyone's different. And the important part of that is, and not wanting to piss on anyone's parade, is if it goes wrong, it costs a fortune. I was with my ex-wife for, I think, 14 years. We were married about 2 before it fell apart. Anyway, and then it cost me a fortune. Proper corn, sweet and salty popcorn. Natural seasoning, vegan, gluten-free. Proper small world, big ambition. My father was a hopeless cook. Sounds like me. But made the best popcorn. We'd spend hours obsessing over new flavours, delicious ingredients and magic of popping corn. Years later, inspired by the popcorn maker he gave me, Proper was born. We started from humble beginnings, improvising by tossing kernels in a refashioned cement mixer. Now we continue to do things differently, making snacks proper. For us, taste is everything. Take this pack of sweet and salty. We use a perfect balance of sea salt and raw cane sugar to give our hand-popped butterfly corn its distinctive caramelised glaze. It's popcorn done properly. I hope you love it. Good morning from America. Brian, hope you're alright, mate. Right, I've never tried these. I've had a couple of them. There's another, just see another, well, they smell nice. Yeah, they smell really nice. Nice caramel salty flavour. Fuck. Hi Kyle, hope you're alright, mate. They're really nice actually. They've with that, you get a salty backdrop, but then you get the sweetness from the sugar. They're pretty decent, to be fair. Tell you what I'm going to do, they're going to make me thirsty. That salt works really well with them. Has anybody else had these? Oh, salty popcorn. Men shouldn't get married these days. 85% of divorces are instigated by women. The price is too high if it fails. Well, I don't disagree with the price is too high if it fails. I won't go into the reasons why we divorced. I got petitioned for divorce, although it wasn't my fault. So she petitioned me for divorce for unreasonable behaviour or irreconcilable differences, whatever it was. Then I have to pay. I have to pay for her petitioning me for divorce. So I'm £1,500 quid out of pocket for her petitioning me. Unbelievable. No, I'm not military. My dad was in the Navy. I've never been in the military. Where's that gone? Yeah, I did see your comment about the Japanese katsu curry sauce. That Rustler's burger, they ruined it. The sauce ruined the chicken was all right, but the sauce actually ruined it. They're really nice. I'd have them again. Big question. I've got Monday and Tuesday off. Oh, hello. You say you've got Monday off? Yeah. Are you going to a beer garden? Nope. No. I think the first few days it's going to be at if you Brian, top man. If you go, let us know. People that are in the chat, are you going to go? When do they open? They open Monday, don't they? Is that when the pubs open? Who's booked up? Who's taking a chance on Monday? Who's going out? I'm going to go and have a beer. And I'll tell you when we're going out. So if you've booked out to go, let us know. How about you, Mark? Have you booked in anywhere? Paid a horrendous price for divorce. I won't go into it because she should probably have me for it, but I was very lucky that during my divorce I met Wanda, because genuinely without Wanda I wouldn't be here. Wanda's done so much for me, mentally, and sort of just she basically she lifted me back up from the absolute pits of despair. I was there's a fuck off. There's a picture that I look back on to see how far I've come. But yeah, a high price. And you're right. The thing about the children annoys me. I put a lunch video up the other week about my gripes with the child maintenance service. I am going to do a video on that. I haven't. It's not gone away, because I think the way the child maintenance service in this country operates and the way it acts, and not just in my case, It's horrendous, and I want to take them to task. But not just the child maintenance service, but the court service in general. The court service is so biased. Everybody that I've told about my situation can't believe it. It's borderline criminal. It really is. Anyway, get some pressure drop into you. I've had one pressure drop. I think I had a collab from Pressure Drop. Sam, hope you're all right in Australia, mate. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you keep you safe out there. That's what I did. I'll wait. Yeah. Do you know what? I swore I'd never get married again. I remember me and Wanda were in a pub one day, and I was still going through divorce, and we were with a friend of hers, and the conversation turned around to marriage, and I was going through a really, really bad time, and I just said, no effing way am I getting married ever again. And I saw Wanda's heart. We hadn't been seeing each other that long, but I saw her heart sink. And what are the keys? Sometimes I don't always think before, like most men. I don't think before I speak. And it took me a lot to realise that Wanda isn't like my ex-wife. Well, she looked like a man in a dress for a start, but she's not like my ex-wife, and it took me a while to grasp that, and the fact that she needed security as well. Jack Howard, I'm not religious, so whatsoever. So marriage doesn't mean nothing to me. Been with my partner 10 years, have a child and a house. A bit of paper ain't gonna bind us more, but each their own. I don't disagree with that, Jack. I can't say I disagree with that. I think it's each to, you're absolutely right, it's each to their own on whether they take that step. Does it mean anything? I think sometimes with women, they it's all about the security. And I'm not saying that if you're not married, you haven't got that security. I think sometimes I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? I wanted to get married to Wanda because I wanted to show her how much she meant to me. And that's not to say that other people, by not getting married, doesn't show it. It's fucking odd, isn't it? Probably digging myself a hole there. How did you meet Wanda? Met Wanda in a pub. So when I was going through divorce, I'm 46 in July. Wanda's 40 in a couple of weeks' time. When you're at that stage and your marriage breaks down, all your friends have got their own lives, so that it's really hard to start your life again. So I was going up to Wetherspoons with a mate of mine, and a couple of times I saw Wanda in there. We had a quick chat this one day, and I said to my mate, while I was going for divorce, I tried to start another relationship, and it was just a fucking mess. And so I'd seen Wanda a couple of times. I was single, and I just said to my mate, I said, "Oh, she looks nice." And he actually took his daughter swimming with the same place that Wanda took Leah swimming. So they sort of knew each other that way. And but Wanda actually gave Mark her number to send to me. So Chris the Butcher has just messaged me saying, well, Prince Philip's brown bread. So yeah, met her in the pub in Witherspoons, and yeah, and to be fair, we've been almost inseparable since we met, really. Dads have far less rights than the mother. It's so wrong. You ain't gonna get a disagreement out of me, Jack. It's I had an ex-wife. I had a court order for my son that she had him 60% of the time, I had him 40% of the time. They couldn't stick to it, didn't stick to the order at all, so I took her back to have for an enforcement order, because she couldn't stick to it, all sorts of stuff going on, and the court took everything away from me, and basically I went from having him seeing each other for it was 18-12 in her favour over a month, and I then went to having him 4 times a month, and that was in July, and I haven't seen him since October, and there's nothing I can do about it, because I take her back to court. They're just going to say what she's told him to say. Make sure you get receive a clean financial break in your divorce, because if it's not there, she can haunt you for the rest of your life. Yeah, I've got that. I have to pay her £1 a year, but it is a clean divorce. And I know Wanda got the same. Don't know how you two but look perfect together. I know you on YouTube, but bounce off each other. Just like me and so me and Wanda have our issues, like all couples. You believe it or not, YouTube being one of the biggest ones, because obviously it's my hobby, it's not her hobby, and she does it just for me. She's a lot more involved now since we've changed up from the beer stuff to a bit more family orientated, so she's far more on board with it now. But YouTube, I mean, Dave and Chris, they know. Dean, he knows the amount of strain that this channel has put on both of us, to be fair. Where are we? Whoever spoons. I'm not. Don't know. Let's skip through all these. I'm so far behind. You found your soulmate. I did. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I'm not religious. No, nor me. Adam Allison. Hello, mate. Hope you're all right. Hello, mate. Just doing my shitty pub training. Feel like so. Sam's come back to work today. As a Chantel, was that? Yes, Sam. Chantel's gone back to work as well. So it looked like the world's returning to some sort of normality. Keep going, mate. Get yourself a Desperados later. All Mrs. wanted was my second name that cost 50 quid rather than 20k wedding. Our wedding is done on a budget, and it'll be fantastic because it'll be made by people that are there. Witherspoons in the future, literally. It was for me. Just hanging for one of you UK beer legends to come down under to Melbourne so we can smash it up at some of my favourite venues. Or if you ever get over here, Sam, there's probably more chance of that, if I'm honest. Then you let us know. What are your chat up line? What was your chat up line? I didn't have one, to be fair. When we first saw each other, I was sat with my friends. She came along with her friend. It was just like a mutual conversation going on, and I think I asked her out. What, to be honest, she told me, but I don't actually remember. Not that I was just in a complete mess at the time. And then I knew I liked her, but I've not got a great deal of confidence. So, and nor she, to be fair. So we sort of passed each other a couple of times in the pub, and then I went up the pub on my own this one day, just took my Kindle up there and just to have a read, and she came in and she went to sit at the back of the pub with her mate, so I sort of made excuses on my own, so I went and sat at the back of the pub just to sort of see if I could see her. And then she sent me she sent me her number via a friend, so I had her number, and I think all I said to her was, "Hi Wanda, I believe you wanted me to have your number." And that was it. So it sort of came on from there, really. Scott, did you know Wanda's cheeks? Wanda had just got out of the shower when we did that burger. So she got out of the shower and she was cooking. I should know this. It was my dinner. Chicken wraps. You look good together. P.S. Fight for your kids if you know your rights. It's very difficult to fight for your rights. So last Monday was his birthday. It was the first day I hadn't seen. It was his first birthday. I hadn't seen him. I've not seen him since October. She's had the police on me for calling her a CUNT, which I shouldn't have done, but then she should stop acting like one. So it's really difficult to get to him. So I tried to see him last week, one of the days when he was on his way home from school. My day to actually see him, and I pulled up alongside him and he ran off. Hopefully one day he'll come round, but I don't know. I was that kid at that time. Yeah, people tell me to play the long game, and it's difficult. It's hard. It's hard. Is that tattoo on your hand Archie, your son? What, that one? Yeah, that's it. Archie and his birthday, so the 5th of April 2007. I said, many homies ruined by divorce. No way. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I'd say I was, and I count myself really lucky that Wanda put up with me going missing for days. Because basically I still lived with my ex-wife. I refused to move out, and it was hard work, you know. But Wanda put up with me going missing for days. I didn't speak to her. And she put up with all of it, to be fair. I've got a fucking spot on my nose. I can't live without my boys. I'll die before any woman or court takes them. I'm going full Jack Wick mode. John Wick. It's really hard. It's people don't get it. They don't get the hurt, and nobody can live that life without knowing, without being through it. And there's not a day goes by. I text my son. I text him a couple of times a week. I haven't heard from him since December. I've not seen him since October, and it breaks my heart. But it is what it is. I can't. If I go anywhere near him, the chances are she'll have the police on me for something, because I know what they're like. She tried to get me the sack from a job twice by making up spurious bullshit. Looks like the courts in the UK treat fathers the same as the US. Second-class citizen. He probably wants to see you, but has been brainwashed by his mother. I could court papers. Court papers. I had all the evidence. All the evidence of the things she'd done. And the court took her sob story. Incredible. Yeah, right. So, cheer up. Prince Philip's dead, apparently. I'm in shock about that, to be fair. It's I know he hasn't been very well, been in and out of hospital. Thinking about doing if Dave doesn't do it, live watch along with the Grand National tomorrow. Don't know anything about horses. What's the shirt? What, this t-shirt? So it's lockdown and I don't know what it says. Lockdown and Fired Up. So basically it's the Wild Hearts. Pearl Jam used to be my favourite group. They've been for donkey's years, but they hacked me off a little bit lately with some of the stuff they've done. The Wild Hearts have been live reaction to his funeral. I could do that. Depends when it is. Depends what it is. I'll think about it. I'll see what. I've got to be careful, right? I have a mischievous. I'll get back to the t-shirt in a minute. I have a mischievous sense of humour. Oh, that's all right. sometimes gets me into a bit of trouble. Aquarius, appreciate that. When Wanda hears what you go, yeah, what, a critter? I didn't call her a critter. I just insinuated that when she's eating chocolate, she. What was I talking about? Mischievous sense of humour. So I suggest things all the time for things that we can do on the channel, and Wanda, bless her, is like no, because she just doesn't want the hassle. So could I do a live watch along to Prince Philip's funeral? I can do that. I could do that. Let's see what it is. The Wonder stuff. That's the size of a cow. So this t-shirt. Wonder got it for me. On the back, I don't know if I'll be able to turn around or not. See it. It's writing on the back as well. So they've got a live transmission next Saturday, which I need to speak to Chris the Butcher about actually. And they're doing I don't know if it's a live set or a pre-recorded set. So I think it was 30 quid for the ticket, but you get 30 days access to the concert. This t-shirt, which is a limited edition t-shirt. It's just cracking. It's just something that me and Wanda like live music on a Saturday night anyway, so it's something that she likes the Wild Hearts. Bless her. When I first met up with her, she said she liked live music. She liked live music. And I said, all right. I said, who have you seen? And she said, no one. I was like, who do you like live music? She said, well, but I want to start going to see stuff. So who have we been to see? We've been to see Fleetwood Mac. We saw Fleetwood Mac at Wembley. We've seen Pearl Jam at the O2. We saw Aha in Brighton. We saw the Wild Hearts probably 4 times, something like that. Bastille we saw in Brighton. So yeah, just opened her life up to a bit of proper nice music. I don't know what it was called. Do you like the Wonder stuff? Probably the only song I know is The Size of a Cow. I think you have to tell me the more songs and I'll probably let you know. I saw the singer and violinist from the Wonder stuff in 2019. Absolutely bloody awesome. Do you like the Beatles? I was never a fan of the Beatles until about probably about 10 years ago, and then you realise the simplicity of their songs with the Beatles, but their simplicity of the songs gives to longevity. I mean, I started learning to play the guitar a few years back and could play a few songs and chords and bits and pieces. And the simplicity of the Beatles is it's all at the top of the neck, and it's just fantastic. Drink now, thirsty. So who's the best group you've seen live? What have we got here? I could see it on the fucking steering wheel, it'd be better, but I can't. Arctic Monkeys at Tea in the Park 2014. I've never been a massive fan of the Arctic Monkeys. I should be. There's the sort of stuff I'd like, but I don't know. There's just something about them that doesn't. Eminem was mental. I like a few Eminem songs. He's not a massive rap fan, if I'm honest, but I like Stan, the Real Slim Shady. What's this? PM praises Prince Philip's steadfast support for the Queen. Tributes are paid around the world. Bad Manners, best group live. I've heard that. Who have I seen live? The best live I've ever been to. The best Slayer. The best gig I ever went to was not actually a proper group. Well, they are a group, but it was the tribute group to Pearl Jam, Van Halen, a tribute group to Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah, another quite like the Kaiser Chiefs. But yeah, the best gig I've ever been to, and probably the best night out, apart from when we got engaged, was we went to see Pearl Jam at the O2, but they cancelled. They cancelled the day of the shortly before the gig started because his voice had given way. So we ended up at the O2 with nothing to do. New Model Army, Coldplay. I'd love to have seen Queen. Yeah, one of the bands that I would really love to have seen. But yeah, we were at the O2. Pearl Jam were cancelled. I've seen a tribute to AC/DC down the pyramids. They were actually pretty good. Goathead, hello mate, hope you're all right. So there's tribute groups. Some of them are absolutely fantastic. I mean, properly fucking brilliant. And actually, we've seen this Pearl Jam, Rolling Stones, this Pearl Jam tribute group. They used to be called Pearl Jam with 2 M's, but Pearl Jam took out a lawsuit against them to BDB Reviews. Sam was that AC/DC tribute, Dirty DC. Hello, Brett. Yeah, the Pearl Jam tribute group that we've gone to see, we've actually got friendly with and know the guy. Obviously, we got engaged on stage with them and this group and become friendly with them. And the night out where Pearl Jam sort of cancelled their gig or postponed, and we ended up over at the Borderline, over in over sort of Soho way. I think it's Soho way, Borderline. I don't think it's too far from here. And I was absolutely out of my tree, but it was because everyone was so fired up for missing the Pearl Jam gig. The energy it was tribute group. The tickets sold out, I think, in 30 minutes. I think they were trying to claim a world record for it, and it was astonishing. I mean, a proper brilliant night. But the best gig I've ever been to, I've seen all sorts over the years. TerrorVision. Who else have I seen? I had tickets to go and see Oasis, but couldn't make it. That was years ago. Dirty DC, Sam, Rolling Stones, High Scott, Goathead, and a mate. I would love to watch Coldplay live. I don't like Coldplay's new stuff. It's not for me. Just see how much battery I got left. It's not for me. I don't know what's happened to them. They've gone a bit weird. So yeah, reacting live to Prince Philip's funeral. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. Now I've got a choice to make, guys, because I'm at the end of my food and I've only got the Mars Duo left. So obviously I forgot to get Wanda any chocolate, and I've now got to tell her that the Tesco's is no longer there, and I had to go miles to get this. So do I eat it all, or do I save Wanda half? I'm going to have half of it at least. So with my note saying, "Dear Wanda, sorry no chocolate bar, you wouldn't believe it, but my Mars Bar Duo was the last bar of anything left in the whole shop. Enjoy your lunch." Fairly certain she'll believe every minute of it. But it may not. Eat the lot. That's my man. A little dog hanging out the window. Don't eat it all. Trust me, that's how World War was. I don't know if she likes Mars bars, actually. She likes Cadbury's more than Nestle. So the rundown of the lunch was this chicken club sandwich from Tesco's. It's fucking crap. These proper corn sweet Snickers over Mars. I like a Snickers, to be fair. These are really nice. I like them. My Mars bar, I've eaten half, and I'll see if she wants the other half, because deep down, I'm a nice person. What do we get, Wanda? Wanda's got, no, that's Leah's. The only thing that she will eat from she's a fussy cat. Trust me, I start World War III over a burger last night with my missus. She's on a diet, and I am definitely not. I had to save her a mouthful. There's logic. Double decker, best chocolate bar by a mile, because it's like a 3-course meal, because you eat all the chocolate around the outside, then you eat the nougat nugget, whatever it's called, on the top, then you eat the biscuity layer, so you get 3 meals in one. Completely agree. Double decker, best by a mile. Bye, man B. Richie, hope you're right now. Nah, Boost bar. Well, I think we've had this discussion, haven't we? Boost or double decker? Which one wins? £1:00. Reckon they could be on their way soon. Boost. Oh, we can't vote twice. Eden, you can't vote twice. That's cheating. If you're ever in Bournemouth, Macobo Burger is... Oh, okay. I need to come down to Poole at some point, because my mum's buried down in Poole. So at some point, we'll be down. Picnic bar. I've not had a picnic bar in ages. I used to like a Lion bar. I said Boost or double decker. Right, well, have you voted yet? You might have said it, but I'm going for double decker, definitely. What are you going for, Mark? Brian B, I love a double decker. Or Star Bar. So somebody asked me about Star Bar with the lunches, so I might have to pick a Star Bar up, because I don't think I've ever had one. You ever seen the SBC in Poole? What's that? What's the SBC? SBS. That's no clearer than the SBC. What's SBS, Eden? My mum's buried at is it Harbour View? I don't know, it's some woodland place. Special boat service. No, there's a life. I know you've got the lifeboat place down there. Picnic bars are great. I'm not sure if they're still made. Star Bars, I say, have peanut butter inside. Love peanut butter. The first there was a Wanda for the not wedding day. She got a load of stuff. I'm not sure. She got a load of stuff that meant stuff to her, and obviously meant stuff to us as well. So like peanut butter Kit Kats, because that was the first bar of chocolate I think I bought her. And there's something else, and all other bits and pieces like that. Love different. I might start doing chocolate bars, because there's loads of stuff I haven't actually had. So, you know, when you just go in there, you always go to a shop and you end up buying the same shit all the fucking time, same shit, and you never try anything different. So there's probably loads of bloody chocolate bars I've never actually tried, like Cadbury's Fruit and Nut. Never had a Cadbury's Fruit and Nut. Don't even know what it tastes like. Perfect for a hangover. You can always tell if I've got a hangover, because I say to Wanda, need a Dr. Pepper. I haven't got a hangover today because I'm driving. Flip subject. Do you like Jack Daniels? I do have. I have had the honey one. So in answer, I used to drink not really a spirits man. A few of us on here will have to come down, have a few beers at some point of normality. Scott prefers cream egg in beer, which is overpriced and overrated. Crunchy. What was I answering? I was back to where was I? Yeah, eating the same old crap. So I might start having a look at some chocolate bars. But about coming down, Phil's probably gone, but we're going to Warrior Fest. So, well, if it's on in July on HMS Warrior, so 24th of July, my birthday. So I don't expect that I'll remember anything about that. Crunchy, love a crunchy. Right, I'm going to start World War Naught with the Little Princess as a nap finished. And mate, hangover curious Coca-Cola. Cheers, Brett. Hope you're all right, pal. Stay safe. Cold coffee is bargain as part of a meal deal. I'm not a lover of. I've never had any of those cold coffee things. Those Starbucks looking things. Never had one. My long-term mate's telling me Corona Lager is lush. Do I believe him? Comment. Scampy fries. Love scampy fries. Hangover cure. Bacon. I'm still here, sloth. Rest in peace, Prince Philip. Yeah, Tommy Mummery found out why I've been doing this, to be fair. So, yeah, incredible, really. Which is your favourite takeout, Chinese or Indian? Ooh, I probably don't have a favourite. I like them both. It depends on what mood I'm in. I'd probably go for an Indian if I'm going to order anything, I think, above a Chinese. But I do like crispy chili chicken or garlic salt chicken or something quite dry. Mark Jones, right, see you later, all the best. Chip out, really appreciate stopping by, mate. So it was only something to kill my time while I'm sat in the car waiting for him. Iced coffee is amazing. So it's something what puts me off is if I've got a cup of coffee and it's gone cold, when I'm taking a mouthful of it and it's cold, I'm spitting it out. So that worries me instantly. So would I be wasting my money buying an actually cold coffee? You should review the new M&S cake jars. Dave told me about them. He told me about them earlier in the week. I mentioned them to Wanda yesterday. She said she already knew about them. And we'll probably we go past an M&S when we get back into Pompey, so I might stop and have a look at them because she does like she Wanda likes cake. So best hangover cure: bacon and egg sandwich and an iced coffee. So people are on about iced coffee now. I've never had iced coffee, or have I? What's that frappe? That thing, that iced frappe dappy thingy that Starbucks and Costa do. Is that an iced coffee? Oh shit, what have I done? Hang on. I had Chinese last night. Crispy duck and pancakes. Nice. Try a real nice prawn. I don't like, not a lover of prawns. Which beer would you put with an Indian takeaway to complement the beer? Either a decent IPA goes with a nice curry, or you can't go wrong with Cobra. A Cobra and a curry, nothing wrong with it. But yeah, you want probably a decent IPA. Even if you go for something like Jaipur or Punk IPA or anything like that, just a sessionable IPA with a curry will do the trick every time. I completely agree. Cobra beer on its own, Cobra beer is a bit crap. With a curry, it sings. My ex used to work for Rowntree's and they tested new products on their staff. They made chocolate Rolos with peanut butter inside them. Oh, they sound nice. Rolos, another one. Don't really buy Rolos, but absolutely cracking. Might pick up some different chocolate bars because, say, the stuff you walk past, I don't know about you guys, but every time you go into a shop, you just pick the same bloody stuff up all the time. Starbucks coffee on its own is £2.50. Whack it with meal deal. It's no brain. Oh, bollocks. Sarnie and Chris for a quid. Yes, please. See, I don't go. I find the price of coffee in these places horrendous. It angers me. I might have a look. Who are Toffos? Oh, they were nice as well. The trouble is now I'm feeling hungry. But obviously that Tesco's now has not got any chocolate in it at all, because I've got to tell Wanda that. Grab an iced coffee out the fridge and do a review. It's a long walk. What is Wanda's best breakfast? And how often do you cook for that, Angel? Second part of the answer, not often enough. And the reason being is she's reduced her hours. This can sound like a cop out. It's not meant to. She reduced her hours down to look after Leah. So she's home 3 or 4 hours before me. But then I get in and sometimes she hasn't started dinner. So I should cook more for her. I'm quite capable of cooking. I do a chilli she likes. I do paella. I can cook anything really. I just, you know, when sometimes you end up taking things a little bit for granted, and you really shouldn't do, because you're absolutely right. She's an angel. She looks after me. I mean, she boils my piss as much as anybody else, but she's a good girl. And the funny thing is, she'll cook something. This old fucker here, look. She'll cook something and she says, "Is that all right?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, it's edible," and it's actually really nice. But she's a great cook, actually. She doesn't realise how good she is. Minstrels. As for Wanda's best breakfast, she does do a nice fry up, to be fair. Wanda does a lot of stuff from the Pinch and On, as do Sam and Chantel. I know the Pinch and On books so it's all low fat, low fucking everything. But if you put more stuff into them, they're actually really quite tasty. Minstrels, yes. I can't wait I can't wait to get thrown off HMS Warrior. I haven't forgotten, Scott. I'm really looking forward to it. So Warrior Fest starts at 12. It's actually my birthday that day, as Phil well knows, and Wanda is absolutely terrified that I'm not going to last till 4 o'clock and will be overboard by about 6. How is the point of doing any vids coming up? Craft beer channel. I saw craft beer. Me and the craft beer channel had a bit of how do I put it? Not a fallout. We had a disagreement because I wasn't impressed with their stance on Staggeringly Good. One of my local breweries, that they brewed it was called a Wrecker beer. You guys have probably seen it. It was all over social media. Chewy cherry, a Wrecker that had a tendency to explode out the can. And the craft beer channel used their social media to have a bit of a go about them, and I wasn't impressed. So, and I told them exactly what I thought, and the fact that obviously they've got Patreons, and I didn't think that they do that to Patreons of their service. They disagreed. They came back, and fair play to them. They came back with their stance on it. We agreed to disagree, and we moved forward. Don't have a problem with Johnny and Brad, to be fair. Have I got any? There's a beer review out. I think it's 4 or 5 today. It's one of the home bargains raged, the hazy IPA. So that's up at, I think it's 4 o'clock. It's out today, which wasn't too bad, to be fair. The pointer, I've got an issue. Anybody that fucking has watched my pointer stuff, I always start the videos with, I've had a bit of an issue with it, and the issue that I've got with it at the moment is the fucking docking station is seized on, and I can't get it off. So I'm either gonna. I need to get hold of the Greater Good company to find out exactly how I get the bloody thing off, because I quite like the pointer. I know, and I saw Brad and Johnny's video on it, and I thought, to be honest, I'll give them credit. I thought they were quite fair. I don't know what you what you think. You're a great couple, mate. Appreciate that. Wanda's a legend. Great together. I think we're good for each other. She does cut pork funny though, just saying. She started. I don't know if you've not seen it. Go and watch it. It's the pinch of nom, Dr Pepper, pulled pork. Now we've got no good knives or anything like that. So Wanda does no more. She starts cutting it with her scissors, and I sent Chris a screen grab of Wanda cutting with the scissors, and he almost said art failure. Elvis Juice, best beer in UK? No. I quite like Elvis. No, I used to like Elvis Juice. It's not the same. Bloody hell, not the 1950s. I never cook or clean for that matter. I work on, and she takes care of the house, and that's what works for us. It's what works for you. I completely agree. You do things for each other. Wanda looks after me. I've got to say she looks after me fantastically. But then, like today, Wanda doesn't drive. Drop of the hat, I'm driving you. Do you think young people should join our Royal Navy and get educated and blessed by our country? Oh, boy, that's a deep one. I've never thought about that. I do think that kids have it too easy today. I think there's no discipline. I think they know they can get away with all sorts. So I know you had what was it called? Service. I wanted to send me a message, a text or something. Hang on, I ain't going anywhere. Sorry about that. She sent me a text and I couldn't do it. So yeah, I think there's something to be said for the fact that kids need a bit of discipline. How that is done, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I like your Wild Hearts t-shirt. I see them. Hang on, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm not going anywhere. Phone you in min. Send. Right, sorry about that. She's messaging me. I like your Wild Hearts t-shirt. I see them about 25 years ago and I still listen to them. A group of, so the Wild Hearts for me are four guys that, I mean, they've all got, all had massive drug and alcohol addictions over the years. Danny, their bass player, has got one fucking leg through drug abuse and all sorts. So 4 guys that really shouldn't be alive, still killing it. And they've got a new album coming out soon. They had a new album out last year that's stunning. And just a fantastic group. Absolutely fantastic. Pardon me. And I've said 25 years. Yeah, they started in, I think it was 93. 1993, 1994, I think they first came about. And I mean, it's a group. They really shouldn't still be together. Well, half of them shouldn't be fucking alive. Or Ginger's just an absolute madman. There's who was that? Who commented? Nigel Summers. Nigel, if you can get hold of it, it's a DVD called Songs and Words, and it's Ginger. you might well have it. Ginger talking about his life, but singing some of the songs in between. So it's telling his life story, the story of the Wild Hearts, and the other bits, like Howling. This album here, I won't say it because I don't think this. I haven't monetised this anyway. But this is an absolute blinding album. Howlin' Willie C. And it's got songs like 5 Million Ways to Kill Your Baby, Seas on Roads, I'd Rather Have a just I won't read it out because they're all offensive, but it's a cracking album and it's just funny. Think Wonder heard what you said about her earlier. It's just to Leah and her on the way train home. Yeah, Prince Philip was died. Yeah, ex-pit my sniper. Rest in peace, Prince Philip. Thoughts on the royal family? I think they bring a lot of tourism to the country. There's no doubt about that. I think it's probably an outdated institution now, if in my opinion. I think that, forget Charles, because I don't think he's going to do anything of worthwhile. I think once William becomes king, I think you might see a different monarchy. I think he'll streamline it down to, and that's what it needs doing in my book. It's over bloated, it's overweighted, but I think William will probably streamline it down to a manageable thing, and I think that's probably where it will lie in the modern era. I don't know what you guys think. I worry about my kids, especially my daughter. Actually, the Royal Navy helps so many people. It actually gives you an opportunity. My dad was in the Navy. My dad was in the Navy he did his full term. He was in the Falklands War. He was in the first Gulf War. I know it gave him the discipline and I think that's the thing nowadays. I think the kids don't. There's no boundaries with kids anymore. Yeah, me too. I think they need to skip Charles. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Charles is, without meaning this in the right way, is a waste of skin. He's not going to do anything for the monarchy because he's basically been brought up along the same sort of lines as his mum. So it's just going to be the old regime, but with another man. I think William is the one to change that around. He stands the best chance to survive in the digital age. I completely agree. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. William hopefully take over. Streamlined like your Barnet. I'm going to get rid of this. I think I'm just going to go down to nothing. I'll do that later. Digital, global. Yeah, I can't disagree. I think the world as it is has... do you know what? I mean, the Queen, it's a fair play to her. I mean, I know she does Zoom calls and all this, so she's never been left behind with the digital age. She seems to have embraced it. I hold no hope for Charles. I don't. The man, he just looks like a wet weekend. I think you would... What's next? What, food-wise? No, I'm done. Just waiting for Wanda. I'm probably going to give this another 10 minutes and I'm going to cut it off. I think they're going to be out soon with a bit of luck. I think you would suit a bald head. I've done bald. I've done everything with my hair, really. I'm just pleased that the beard's grown back. What was it? So that's the 27th of February it came off. So about a month and a bit it's come back to somewhere resembling what I'd actually want it to be, so my face doesn't scare me quite as much as it did. How could Charlie be king with ears like that? I couldn't take him seriously. He's a comedy figure. I think you're absolutely right. The man has got the personality of a dry root vegetable. But excuse me, an interesting argument. Well, before we get into that, obviously the Royals in America, the Americans love them. They think they're absolutely fantastic. So they have their place. And I'm not saying they don't have a place. It's what place they're in and how do they adapt. But an interesting argument is the royal family has never been more popular. Now you have China, Africa, and India more interested than ever, and easier access. Because again, I can't argue with that. Is they're more accessible because of that. It's just I think it's, for me, it just needs, the whole thing just needs streamlining a bit more. And poor Wanda has to walk back to a car with a big thug waiting for her. Fucking someone else in here. I'm not a beard man myself. I don't mind a stubble. At least you don't need to rush to the barbers when they open. To be fair, I've been quite lucky. Because I do my own hair anyway, or Wanda does it for me, the barber's not opening hasn't been an issue. Not an issue at all. It's got buy iced coffee on my way home and do a review. I'll pay through Super Chat. I'll do it tomorrow. So if I do it tomorrow, because I'm just waiting for them and I just want to go home. I just want to go home because it's going to be, I don't know what time it is. What's time? 1:30, 20 past 1. Yeah, I've got to pay for Super Chat anyway, Richie. I'll just buy it anyway. It's only be a couple of quid. Oh yeah, the parking Nazis are out. Let's see where they come and try and give me a ticket. Sometimes I feel like a dinosaur because I still feel proud to be British. Hey, look, I feel proud. Do you know what? That's one of the things that really grates me about modern life is. And without getting too political about it, the Irish can celebrate being Irish. The Scots are fiercely proud of being Scottish. English, not allowed, or British, or whatever. And it's a frustration for me. I'm fiercely proud of my country. You know, it's I mean, one of the most diverse countries in the world, but it's also become one of the most difficult places to live because you can't say anything you offend people, you can't do anything you offend people, and it is a bit nuts now. In all honesty, who's that hard bastard? Then you see Star Wars tattoo on his arm, and not just that. If we want to get into that. Lines from Take On Me by Aha. Do what you want, I just want you to try. I'm proud to be English, it's the best country in the world, but it's a pain in the arse. And I think that sums our country up quite nicely, actually. Proud to be English, British, whatever, but an absolute pain in the bollocks. Yeah, absolutely. We're the only country with great before it. And we are great. It is a great country. It's I'm not being funny. Look at without going too far, look at the vaccination thing that's going on now. Miles ahead of any other country in the world. And hopefully on the way, afternoon Scott, just snuck out for a quick bite to eat. I've had mine, Darren. I've had the shittest sandwich at Tesco's, which was the chicken club. Absolute crap. Bacon like an old man's floppy foreskin, as my friend Dave would say. Just terrible, but made better by proper corn, sweet and salty. Very nice. And I've saved Wanda half my Mars Duo because I forgot to get her one. Forgot to get her any chocolate. So I'm now going to have to tell her that place round there has no chocolate and is now shut down with immediate effect. We invented everything, even time. There you go. We invented everything. Everything ever. Big softy really, ain't you? A bit like, what's armadillo? Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. With a big gob. My mouth gets me into trouble, unfortunately. I mean, I've said it time and time again that Wanda could give up work and she could have a full-time job. Hello, Pabsy. Hope you're all right, pal. Yeah, I'm only here for a bit. I've only been, well, the first one I went tits up, to be fair. I accused Wanda of being a critter, apparently. Hope you're keeping well. What's happened to your hair? So, I started this stream and it's all fell out. No, I shaved it all off. I shaved it all. Well, I didn't. I shaved it. What did I do? Oh, what's the course of events again? I coloured it purple for the first charity live stream, and my beard black. Then shaved my beard off, which left a stained face. And then shaved my hair that night because I couldn't stand looking at my hair and my face. And then did another charity live where I shaved my eyebrows off, which are coming back, so they're good. And ended up with a mohawk. All for, I think we're at £6,365. Which was the final total. So I think the total at the moment, I think Wanda's closing the page down at the end of the month, because I didn't know with Just Giving, we didn't realise we did some Just Giving stuff for them a couple of years back, and if you don't shut that Just Giving page down, the money doesn't go to the charity. It just sits there in a pot. So Just Giving or whoever, I think they take they gain interest on this money. So until you actually close the account down and say you're done, that money doesn't go to the charity. This month's UK tax will pay for the price. I'm gonna do. Someone commented earlier of doing a live watch along to Prince Philip's funeral. If I can do that, I'll do it. If I'm working, obviously I can't. But yeah, I'm up for that. That'd be fun. This tiny bit of dirt has made most the world understand English. Champions of the world, except at football. Football we're shit at. Bit shit at cricket at the minute, and I don't know how we do at rugby because I'm not a massive rugby fan, if I'm honest. I was going to do a live watch along for WrestleMania, but I ain't paying for it. I'm bothered. No wonder what I was on about. She sent me a message about Hamilton Brewery. Hamilton Brewery, if you don't know, they're a fantastic brewery. A good friend of mine, Lee. It's only about a mile and a half from here. So I don't know if they're doing pickups or anything. If they're doing pickups, I might give them a ring and see if I can pick some beer up from him, because they're fantastic. The World Cup is never coming home. 2 World Wars, 1 World Cup will do for now. I can't see us winning it. I don't know. We've got 20 people watching. Gareth Southgate, in or out. I'm going to do exactly the same as what Dave did the other day, and it was absolutely priceless because Dave was doing the Blue Van Man. Oh, she texted me saying they do order and collect. I was watching Blue Van Man's live watch along to the England-Poland game, and he was getting really annoyed with the England match. And he put in the comments, Southgate in or out, and everyone went brrr, out, brrr. All these black outs started coming in, and then all of a sudden England scored. It was almost immediate, and then all of them brrr, in. They all wanted him to stay in. It was hilarious. So I think watch-alongs. I'd like to do some watch-alongs, but I just need some ideas on what to do on them, because I want something. I want to watch something I've got no clue about, so I can just watch it and just give it a laugh. I'll give you my WWE Network details if you want to watch WrestleMania 37. It's 2 nights. Fuck off. 2 nights of 4 hours. It's a long time, isn't it? It's a long time for a product I don't like anymore. I don't mind NXT, but I appreciate that, Richie. Football fans are fickle, but to be fair, Jack, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So Oh, and the days ranting and raving about Gareth Southgate. Oh, anyway, literally there was about 50 comments out, and then England scored almost immediately, and then all those comments came back in with "in," and it was absolutely priceless. Watch along to Pompey FC, no clue. Yeah. I don't even know. Do you know what? I stopped watching regularly football about 4 years ago. I sit and watch an England game now, and I've got not a clue who they are. I know Harry Kane. I know what's his name? The little fella up front. Sterling. I know him, and I know a couple of the others. So I could sit and watch an England game, and I would know who the hell's playing. Not a clue. I like darts. Both for me, Eden. English first, British second. I think Irish, Scottish and Welsh would say this. I completely agree. I don't disagree with that at all. What I was going to say, I am going to do a live watch along to the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight. Whenever that is, I will do that because I love boxing. I'm huge, and I'll probably do the fights before it as well. Bet you end up getting a KFC or McDonald's on the way home. Well, I've got Wanda some bits and pieces, meal deals for all. So they're Wanda's. No, that's not right. Yeah, and that's Leah's. So I've got food for everyone. I like to spoil them and splash out. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I'm off till Tuesday, so I might have a beer tonight. Might have a nice beer. What's everybody drinking tonight? Anybody? What's everyone got planned for the weekend? And half a Mars bar. Still there. Because obviously I would have picked up some other Mars bars from the Tesco's, but it burnt down. Tyson Fury, my favourite product. I was never a fan of Tyson Fury. I'm going to be honest, I thought he was overrated. Couldn't understand the hype. And then he had all those problems with depression and all the stuff that went on in his life. Came back, and I think certainly in the era we live in now, where it's good that you can speak about the problems you've had in your life. I think he's an inspiration, and I still say to this day, go live. John's live tonight, so no. Unless I end up on John's. I say Tyson Fury won that second fight with. I don't know if you guys like boxing. I think Tyson Fury won that second fight with Deontay Wilder. The second he got off the canvas in that last round, when Wilder hit him with a punch that would have stunned the fucking rhino, and Tyson Fury got up. I think that was the moment he won that fight. He went into that second fight and he was telling people, "I'm going to come out. I'm going to meet Deontay Wilder in the middle of the ring, and I'm going to take the fight to him." And all of the pundits were saying, "He ain't going to do that. There's no way on earth he's going to do that." Blah 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 blah. And that bell rang, and Tyson Fury ran to the centre of the ring. And he beat up the bully, and I genuinely thought, you know what? Fair play. Sam bought me Tyson Fury's book for Christmas, and I've read it, and he's an extraordinary man. He really is. Very open about the problems he's had in his life and his mental well-being. And in my eyes, he's going to make Anthony Joshua look pretty stupid. I don't see Joshua if Tyson Fury comes in with the right mindset, I think he's good. I think he powers through AJ. I really do. Tyson helped me talk about my mental health and found out I have bipolar. So he's inspirational. I completely agree. I think it's I think it for a guy that's so. I mean, what, 6'9", 18 stone, for world heavyweight boxing champion of the world, one of them. For him to come out and be so open and honest about the problems he has, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and I think he helps other men that are in that same situation deal with that sort of thing. What's that T-shirt you got on? It's Wild Hearts, brand new. So it's a limited edition one. One of my favourite groups. They're doing a thing next Saturday, online stream, and it's a T-shirt for that stream. So yeah, for a man that was born premature and told he's die as a baby, he's done what? Well, he fucking is. He's 6 foot. The thing with he's the most. When you look at him, you wouldn't think he's a boxer. I mean, he's I don't know. He's very odd. He's got a very. I mean, his style is. It must baffle. It would give Stephen Hawking the shakes. His style, but it works for him. I say he made. I mean, he absolutely battered Deontay Wilder. I mean, he made him. There's this guy that's knocked out fucking everyone, and he just made him look stupid. But I still think he won that fight in the first fight where he got up. Tyson is a heavy lump of a man, but he don't. And now he's with that what's his name, Sugar Hill Stewart. That's obviously he's taught Tyson to finally how to hit. So he's got power behind those punches now, and that was probably one of the things that he. My phone. I have to go in a minute because my phone's dying. One of the things that he was missing was the power behind it. So now he's got that. So he's got the dancing, he's got the skills, and now he's got the power behind the punches. He's almost the complete package. Tyson Fury was born a pound in weight. Wow. If Tyson Fury loses to AJ, I will eat my hat live on YouTube. Well, the invite's there. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Tyson Fury. Top 3. I loved Mike Tyson. I know as a man, he wasn't fantastic, but as a fighter, I mean, I grew up with Mike Tyson. I still remember turning the telly on when late at night when he'd lost to Buster Douglas out in Japan, and I just sat there open mouthed because I couldn't believe it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go because my battery's about to die. Thank you ever so much for joining me and keeping me company for the last about hour and 40 minutes. Really appreciate it. Hopefully Wanda will be out soon. I'm not going to eat her Mars bar. So yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for everyone that's commented, that's came by. Thanks for coming after the first one went tits up when my phone almost died. Really appreciate it. If we don't do another live this weekend, have a great weekend. Are you a Conor McGregor fan? Love UFC. Massive fan of UFC. Loved Conor McGregor just because of his mouth. His mouth's fantastic. I think he's done as a fighter now. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, thanks ever so much, guys, and stay safe.